Patil, Associate Professor in Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, and I extend a warm welcome to all of you for day 6 of webinar series on regulatory affairs. This webinar is organized by the IQAC of Dr. D.Y. Patil College of Pharmacy in collaboration with Association of Pharmaceutical Teachers of India. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our principal and convener, Dr. N.S. Vare sir, and our co-convener, Dr. Shilpa Chaudhary ma'am, of this webinar series. I express my sincere gratitude for their guidance, visionary outlook, and continuous support in making this series a great success. I would like to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude to organizing team for their efforts in conducting this webinar series. I hope have you enjoying these sessions so far and finding them insightful and engaging. Before we begin the session, I would like to share a few instructions. All participants are requested to keep themselves mute throughout the session. Submission of the feedback form and completion of the quiz is mandatory to receive the e-certificate. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat box. We will address them during the question answer session at the end. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce our esteemed speaker for today, Mrs. Sucheta Patil. Mrs. Sucheta Patil is highly experienced in regulatory affairs and ECDD publishing professionals with more than 9-year expertise in handling regulatory submissions for USFDA and European authorities. She is currently working as a senior associate regulatory publishing and submission at Fairer Software Services Private Limited, Hyderabad, where she leads to end ECTD publishing and submission management of ANDA, NDA, INDA, and annual report submissions. Over the year, she gained extensive experience in submission, lifecycle management, validation, quality control, and electronic dispatch through the ESG and CESP platforms. She also worked with the 2SM Pharma Regulatory Services and Sanofi India Limited, contributing significantly to regulatory affairs and quality control operations. Academically, Mrs. Sucheta Patil completed her Bachelor of Pharmacy with distinction from Bharati Vidyapit College of Pharmacy and Masters of Pharmacy in Pharmacology from GES Satara College of Pharmacy. She also served as an assistant professor. Today, we are fortunate to have such accomplished experts among us to share the valuable knowledge and practical insights. Please join me in warmly welcoming Mrs. Suchita Patil, who will be speaking on USFDA regulatory pathways, ESG submission, and post approval changes. Over to you, ma'am. We are excited to learn from your insights. Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
So, thank you, ma'am. Uh, yeah, okay. Thank you. Good morning to everyone, and thanks for giving me opportunity to deliver a wonderful session to this webinar series. Without wasting time, we will start today's session. So, I'm sharing my screen. Can you please confirm if my screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am, your screen is visible.
Yeah. So today we will learn about just discuss about the USFDA regulatory pathways, ESG submissions, and the post-approval changes. So in today's this lecture, we will see about brief introduction to regulatory affairs. Then what do you mean by dossier? Then different regulatory countries and their authorities. Then USFDA filing, it includes different types of application, that is drug master file, IND, AND application, AND application. Then the US FDA filing ECTD requirement. Then the gateway for the final submission. Then different post approval changes. Then the requirement of skills for regulatory affairs professional or to enter in a regulatory affairs department, and the overall summary. Okay, so to begin with, we will first just see what is this department. That is a regulatory department. Okay, so um, I'm sharing you one scenario. Okay, so if you see, this is one of the scenario. Okay, so from the picture, you may notice like or something you click like this is a scenario of something. Okay, so this is the scenario of court. Okay, so we will just relate this with regulatory for the our understanding. Okay, so in the court there will be one judge, okay, one advocate, and one the applicant or the person who had some issues. Okay, so this applicant, then advocate and judge means this is our regulatory department, for example. Okay, so this applicant is nothing but the different pharma companies, the whatever the pharma companies. So they want to register their drug to the different areas, like suppose US, Europe, India, Canada. Okay, so when they want to register their drug in a different country, they need some advice, okay, or they need guidance for preparation of documents and for the submission. So whom they will reach? They will reach to the advocate, that is the RA expert. Okay, so RA expert gives them advice, then discussion about the different documentation, okay, and help in the submission of their regulatory dossiers. And finally, our judge, it means the competent authority. So whatever we shared, our result test of the drug product, they review and they gave us approval to sell our drug in their country. Okay, so, in short, regulatory department or security affairs is the first point of contact between the government authorities and the company. Okay, so this regulatory affairs is also called as a government affairs. Then, mostly, uh, it is useful for registration of drug products in respective countries. Then, it's useful for knowing the different regulatory requirements for getting new product approved. Okay, and this department is involved in first end-to-end our drug approval process. That is the first one from our trials to when our product enters into the market, and after that also. Okay, so for this regulatory affairs, the main thing is involved is a dossier. That is Dossier, it is nothing but the complete set of all the documents related to that drug. And we need to submit, first of all the information related to drug product to the authority. Okay. And then we will get the license or the registration to sell our drug in a different market. Okay. So first thing in the regulatory involved is how to prepare that documentation. Okay. So in our college, okay, or the what you call it as in our practicals, we will mostly use the journal for writing the our experiments. Okay. So what is that? So each college has their different formats. Like for example, first write aim, then what objective, then method, if suppose materials use, then procedure use, then result, conclusion, discussion. Okay. So every college has a different format. Okay. So why this format is given? Okay. To make it uniform to the all student. Okay. Like that, our ICH has given some format so that the every country, every company should follow it, and our dossier should be uniform. So that type of format is called as a CTD. Okay, CTD is nothing but the common technical document. Okay, so it is a simply the files, PDF word files. That file is called as a common technical document. Okay, so in that format only we have to prepare our all documentation, or we have to drag and drop all our drug related information. Okay, then this CTD has some modules. Okay, another is ACTD. ACTD is nothing but the Asian common technical document. The Asian countries like Malaysia, Philippines use this CTD, and the others like Europe, USA use this common technical dossier. Okay, so this CTD consists of 5 modules. Okay, so these 5 modules means the module 1, module 2, module 3, 4, 5. So this module 1 firstly involves all the regional administrative information. Means it includes mostly the cover letter, forms, okay, all these documents, and it is country specific. Means if suppose we are submitting our dossier to USFDA, then US has their different formats of forms, cover letter, and the other documents. That is submission of labels and all. So they have their particular format. Likewise, suppose you are submitting your dossier in Europe or Canada, Australia, they have their different criteria. Okay, so all these administrative documents are different and depending on the contents. Okay, then module 2 to 5, these are similar for the all contents. Okay, module 2 includes the mostly summary of that all drug product and drug substance. Okay, so like summary or tabular formats of the quality of drug, then it's a non-clinical data, clinical data. Okay, then manufacturing process, your batch formula, all this in a tabular format, or it is a short summary of the our drug product drug substance. Then module 3 is called as a core of our dossier. Okay, so most of the companies, if you heard or anywhere, there are jobs like in module 3, that is a CMC part only, or preparation of documentation related to module 3, as it is a core part in the dossier. So it includes, or it is called as a quality. Module 3 is called as a quality. What it includes? It includes the detailed information of the preparation of drug, like from its structure, means the drug structure, nomenclature, then how it is processed, then which excipients are used, how it is packed, also the drug products, the final our product, how it is packed, what are the stability criteria, which tests are carried out, then the batch formula, the specification, all the detailed information is there in module 3. Then comes is module 4. It mostly includes the non-clinical study report. Means before testing our drug to human, we have to carry the animal testing. Okay, it is also called as a preclinical study. So whatever data or the results are there for the animal studies, these are included in the non-clinical study report, that is a module 4. And the last come is clinical study report means when we start actual the clinical trials on the healthy human volunteer. Okay, what are the uh, doses used, then what which concentration, which are the tests carried out, any toxic effect are there. So all these study are involved in the module 5 report. Then similar to this ACTD, there is another called as ACTD. So our CTD has 5 modules, but this ACTD has 4 modules. That is called as a part 1, 2, 3, 4. These are also similar, like one contains administrative data, second contains quality, this part 3 contains non-clinical reports, and part 4 is the clinical report. Okay, so this is about CTD. When, so this, if you heard anywhere, so this CTD is called as a ECTD. Okay, so the document is common technical document, and when we submit in through the software, so it is called as a ECTD. That is electronic common technical document. Okay, so when we prepare all this documentation, okay, from module 1 to 5, our ECTD structure looks like this. Okay, so this is our number, our license number. Okay, when we are submitting initial dose here, it is called as a tetra zero. So in Europe it is tetra zero, but from US it will start from 001. Okay, so all this M1 to M5, all this contains the our documentation. In each module, there are the respective documentation. Okay, then then the next one. So there are different markets. Okay, so that is called as a regulatory countries, and some are semi-regulated countries. What is mean by regulated and semi-regulated? So in a regulated countries like USA, Europe, Canada, so the guidelines are stringent. Okay, and these are well defined, and they want all our data in that format. Okay, so currently the USFDA has a more stringent guidelines. Okay, if we are not following as per this guideline, maybe our drug uh, got failed or the rejected to sell in the US market. Similar in Europe also. Okay, and there are some semi-regulated countries. Means we will submit, but these guidelines are not that much stringent regarding preparation and submission of documentation. Okay, so these countries like Asia, then some countries from the Africa, Middle East, Russia. Okay, so these are called as the semi-regulated countries or the markets. Okay, then the next belongs is the different regulatory countries and its authorities. So this is the main part. If suppose the students when they answer the interview, okay, in any pharma company, so they should know like which is the regulatory body for each country. Okay, and along with their long form and short forms. Like suppose if anyone asks like what is USFDA, so we should know like USFDA is nothing but the US Food and Drug Administration. Likewise for UK, it is Medicines and Healthcare Product Regulatory Agency. For Australia, it is called as a TGA, that is Therapeutic Good Administration. Our India is the CIDCO, that is the Central Drug Standard Control Organization. Okay. Then Canada, the regulatory authority is Health Canada. Europe, it is a EMA. It is called as EMA or EMEA, that is the European Medicines Agency. Okay. So likewise, Japan also it is MHW. So there are different regulatory authority as per the country wise, and we have to follow country wise guideline and submit the dossier as per the country specific guideline. Okay, and then we will see exactly how we should start with our drug registration in USA. Okay. So when we want to sell our drug in US FDA, first we have to test our drug as per the guidelines. Okay. Then what needs to do? All the results from the clinical, preclinical study. Okay. We need to send to the US FDA's Syria department. That is Center for Drug Evaluation and Research. Okay. And if there is any vaccine, biological, Syria, that type of products, so FDA has their different department called as a CBER. Okay, so CDR is for other product, and for biological vaccines there is a CBER. Okay. So when we submit all the results, what this FDA department uh, take forward, so they will review all this data. So they have different teams like statistician, chemists, pharmacologists, scientists. Okay, they will review all our drugs data and also the proposed labeling. Okay, and when they feel anything is missing, any report is missing, any tests are not as per the guideline, any labeling are not as per the current guideline. Okay, they will ask us to submit again, and when everything is good, they will give us approval in to sell our drug in a USFDA. Okay, so to enter in the USFDA market, we have to go stepwise or fill the different applications. Okay, so how we can go? So there are different types of application. The first one, it is a drug master file called as a DMF. Okay, then the next it is IND, that is investigational new drug application. Then the next it is a new drug application, NDA, and the last one is a ANDA, abbreviated new drug application. So these are the application used to enter in a USFDA market. Okay, so this is also one of the interview question, like which are the different types of application used for this USFDA filing. Okay, like what is IND, what is ANDA, what is NDA. So when we are answering interview, we should know brief about this types of application. Okay, so now we will see each application one by one. So first one is a DMM. So this is not actually approved or disapproved. So DMF contains all the detailed information related to drug. That is how it is manufactured, then how it is packed, how it is stored. Okay, all this information is collectively included in this DMF. Then the drug substance manufacturer mostly submit this DMF to the authority, and it is a confidential. Okay, then how why it is directly given to the authority, as it is a confidential. It has all the details about the drug. That is how you have manufactured, how it is synthesized. So it is all the confidential data. So to protect intellectual property from its partner, uh, we have to submit this DMF to the authority. Okay, and then FDA reviews this DMF according to application which you are filing. That is, if you are filing NDA, INDA, okay, ANDA. With respect to this, they will review a DMF. Okay. Then the person who holds this DMF is called as a DMF holder. So while submitting this DMF, we should submit this LOA, that is a letter of authorization. Okay. Then the next one is there are different types of DMF also. Okay. So while submitting, we have to mention which type of DMF we are submitting. Okay. So firstly, there were five types, type 1 to 5, but this type 1 is currently discontinued, but this numbering of these DMFs is not changed. Okay. So type 2 contains information related to drug substance, then drug substance intermediate, then different materials used in their preparation, okay, and the information related to our the final drug product. Then the type 3 contains information related to packaging material used for that drug substance or drug product. Then the type 4 contains information related to only about excipient, colorants, then different flavor, material used in their preparation. Okay. And then next, the type 5, it is FDA accepted reference information. Means if there is information not belongs to all these three, that is it, the information, it is not related to any drug substance, its packaging material, colorant. Okay. All this information is submitted under the type 5 DMF. Means suppose we want to submit a layout of our department or our company, then we can submit in a type 5. So all the other information is submitted under the type 5 of DMF. Okay. So I have just taken a one screenshot of the USFDA site, the information related to drug master file. So simply if you put in Google the this FDA site, okay, you can get this site, USFDA Food and Drug Administration. And inside this, we will get details of all information. And when we are submitting any information or selling a means want to register any drug, always we should visit the country's site, okay, and the latest guidelines. Okay, so here, if suppose I type this drug master file, I will get all the information. That is how I should file this drug master file application. What is the format for the cover letter? See, then what is the format for letter of authorization? These templates. So I have to follow this and prepare my documentation as per these templates. Okay. Then next, next term is IND application. So IND is nothing but the investigational new drug application. What is that? So when we want to start clinical trials, okay, that time we have to inform authority that wanted to start the clinical trial. But on what basis we will start clinical trial? So on the basis of reports from preclinical trials, means the first part will come as a preclinical studies. So when the preclinical study, that is our animal study, shows that the drug is safe in the animals, there are no side effects and the safety efficacy is the relevant, then all this report we can submit to authority and ask them that my preclinical reports are as per the safety efficacy of the FDA, and we wanted to start the clinical trial, then we have to go for IND application. Okay, so the sponsor or the clinical trial or what you call as a CRO department, okay, they will submit this IND application. Okay, so that person is called as a sponsor. Then what exactly this application contains? Mostly the animal pharmacology and toxicology studies. Then how the drug is manufactured, okay, and the information related to clinical protocol and that investigator information. Means in clinical protocol, all the details like which type of animal use, okay, age, then their gender, then how packed, then in which dosage form and in what quantity drug given, which are the toxicity studies carried out, okay, how the drug is packed, what are the labeling conditions, stability condition, all this information is there in this clinical protocol, and along with their that is CRO details, that is investigated information. So when we submit this type of application, FDA will review all this information. Okay, so mostly we have to wait for the 30 calendar days. Okay, then if suppose anything is missing, FDA will ask again to submit that. And if there are chances also, if something is missing, they will disapprove also our IND application. Okay, so when they gives us approval, we can start with clinical trials. Okay, so in US, what is the different is for every application we have to submit different forms. Like for example, suppose this is a IND application. So for this IND application, there is a form called as a 1571. Okay, so if suppose when anyone join to regulatory firm also, and one client is asking you to submit the IND application, so you should know as a RA expert, we should advise them that we need to file this 1571 form and the other related forms, that is this investigator form, this medewash form, this fine related to fees, these others are form. But the main form is this one. So all this information also, as I mentioned, it is available in a USFDA site. Okay, so uh, and these are the what you call the updating information. So we have to visit this site and refer these guidelines and the forms details. Then next come is a new drug application. So our preclinical studies is done. Then we will go for the clinical trials. Okay, and after clinical trials, when we show all the results, that is conduct all the studies, and we show that our drug product is safe in the healthy human volunteer, then we can request USFDA to actual start our drug in a USFDA market. Okay, so NDA, when we submit NDA, they will gives us permission to sell our drug in the USFDA market. What they will do, like they will review both the data now. That is animal studies reports and the human clinical trials report. Okay, and when they feel like our drug is safe in the patient or in the healthy volunteer, this NDA application will approve and we can sell our drug in the USF, in the United States. Okay, so during this NDA application, which points they will take care of the review? So firstly, they ensure the drug safety and effectiveness. Okay, whatever proposed dose you mention in that dose, how the drug acts, how it is safe in animal and human. Okay, so all these parameters they will review. Then they will review regarding the drugs proposed labeling. Okay, so which type of cartons, which type of bottles we are using, how the information on the packaging, um, or the package insert we have mentioned, and it is as per the guideline or not. All these drugs proposed labeling information also they will review. Okay, and the another is how our drug is manufactured. So after this all, if suppose all this information is satisfactory, uh, and FDA will take around 60 days to decide whether it is as per the guideline. If anything is missing, okay, they will ask again, and within 6 to 10 months, mostly this NDA application will approve, and we can actually start selling of our drug in the United States market. Okay, so this is one of the applications. Then the next comes, yeah. So as I mentioned, so there are different forms for each application. So see, for IND it was 1571 form. Okay. For this NDA application, we should use this form, form 356. Okay. So this what I wanted to tell you is there is a difference in, if suppose Europe market and US market. For EU market, that is Europe market, there is only one form, the EU variation form or the marketing authorization form. But in case of US, there are different types of these forms used for the different types of application, and we should know by heart. Then, okay, so after that, the next come is ANDA application. So this is mostly used for the approval of generic drugs. Okay, so why this type of application is called as a abbreviated new drug application, but it is abbreviated. So in this case, we don't want to submit or the reports from the clinical and preclinical study. There is no need to submit this report. Okay, that's why it is called as a abbreviated. Okay, then the next question is, then what is difference between this generic drug and the brand drug, and when why we are submitting this? Okay, so the currently when we suffering in last 2 3 year corona. Okay, so the mostly used drug, if you heard. Okay, so I will take a pause for 2 minutes. Just think which drug we have mostly used. So we mostly use, it is a Dolo 650, the tablet, which is used for a fever, to reduce fever. So it is our brand drug. So from that brand drug, when we want to go for the generic drug, we what we will do, we will follow the same drugs aspect. That is same API, that is a paracetamol, for example. Then same strength. If suppose that brand drug has 650 mg of strength, our this generic drug also we will prepare of 650 mg strength. Okay, that drug is in a tablet form, then we will use same doses form. Meant for suppose oral administration, we will use route of administration as oral for our generic drug. Okay, so like same wise we will prepare our drug. So it is called as a copy version of brand drug. Generic drugs are nothing but the copy version of brand drug. Okay. So what we have to uh, provide to the authority, so they should act in similar uh, way and same amount of time as per the brand drug. Their bioavailability, bioequivalent study we have to submit. Okay, so that's why there is no need to submit the preclinical and clinical trial, because these are already submitted when this brand drug was submitted. So again, we don't need to submit this clinical trial and preclinical study. So we can directly prove that our drug is bioequivalent to the brand drug. Okay, and then when we, why we are going for this generic drug, because these are the safe. Also they have the less price, because the cost of preclinical and clinical trial is saved. Okay, that's why the generic drug has less price as compared to the brand drug. Also, the time required, that is to conduct first the clinical research, then the clinical trial, then our animal study, all this time will be saved. We will directly prove this bioavailability and bioequivalence study and directly enter in the market. So it will reduce the time also. That's why this is one of the means most of the companies are going for this type of application, that is a ANDA application. Then, okay. So, uh, how then we will choose the drug for this ANDA application. Okay, we need one brand drug or called as an innovator drug, or it is also called as a reference listed drug called as a RLD. So how we can choose the drug uh, for going for this ANDA application? So in USFDA, there is one book called as a Orange Book. Okay, so this if simply and if you Google type the Orange Book, okay, you will get the latest version of this Orange Book. What it contains? So this Orange Book contains all the approved product in the USFDA, the both. Okay, so from this book, we will understand that which drug is currently there, which has their patent, which is expired, or which will be expired in future. Okay, so according to this, we can choose the drug and prepare our generic drug. Okay, that's why this Orange Book is used in the USFDA. So see, so this is, I just took one page a screenshot just to show, like here, suppose there is a criteria like from this AB to every information, like this drug is route of administration, strength wise, and its date. The patent is there, it is expired or not. Like that, all the information of all the approved drugs in USFDA, there is a list. So according to this, we can choose our drug first. Okay, and then we can start manufacturing of our drug. So while exactly filling this type of application, okay, we will select our drug, then we want to file the application. Okay, so on which basis we will mention, like we are filing this application. Okay, so we have to mention something in the form, that is the patent is there for that drug, it is there or it is expired, it is invalid, or it will be expired on in future in some date. Okay, so for that there are some patent certification, or called as a what you called as a some categories of the paragraphs. So while filing this ANDA application, we have to choose different paragraphs. We have to mention in the form, my ANDA application is as per which paragraph. So there are four paragraphs, paragraph 1 to 4. So paragraph 1 means what? In paragraph 1, it says that there are no patent listed in the Orange. So we have searched and there are no patent listed for that particular drug in the Orange Book. In that case, what FDA will do, as there are no patent, okay, there are no objection, FDA may approve our drug if all the results and all meet immediately. Okay, and one or two applicants also enter at the same time. Okay. Then the next one is paragraph 2. In case of what this paragraph 2 states, if we mention my ND application is as per paragraph 2. So there is patent, but it is expired. So we can use that. Okay. In this case also, as the patent is expired, FDA may approve our drug immediately. Okay. Then in case of paragraph 3, the patent is there. Okay. It is not expired at the moment, but will be expired on specific date in a future. So we can choose that drug. Okay. But we have to wait till that patent is expired. Then we can apply for this type of application. But in means our we can say or the manufacturer our drug. But we have to mention that my drug is as per the paragraph 3. Then next come is paragraph 4. Means in paragraph 4 that patent is invalid. Okay, means maybe initially they have started but not completely done. So that is currently invalid. Okay, so we can use that case the paragraph 4. Okay, if there are chances also some obligation by that patent holder also. Okay, so we will get certain time. Okay, and then we can go for the paragraph 4 of this ANDA application and file our ANDA application. Then also here I just listed this like suppose paragraph 1, 4, 3 and 4. So for our easy reference, like patent is not there for this paragraph 1. Okay, in that case FDA will approve immediately. It is there but it is expired, so again we can enter directly. Paragraph 3, it is expired, not at the moment but will be expired in a particular date. So we have to wait till patent expired and we can enter in a US market. And a paragraph 4 means this patent is invalid. Okay, so we can go as per the paragraph 4 also. Okay, so these all are about the USFDA filing. Okay, means what you call as which type of application should be used, which are the different documentation required for that type of application. So in summary, the DMF, it means this contains API manufacturing details. Okay. IND is for the clinical trial initiation. NDA is for the new drug approval and ANDA is for the generic drug entry. Then, so we have seen like which type of application we should go for. Okay, and which type of documentation. Then the next part is when we choose the application, we when we have all the reports and all, the next question is we have to prepare in a CTD format. Okay, for that ICH has given some specification called as, these are the ICH ECTD specification. So these are the guidelines. So we have to refer this guideline and prepare our documentation according to this. Okay, means for example, I just wanted to show you. So I just downloaded this guideline. Okay, so this is the guideline. See, international ICH specification or ECTD guideline. So what it contains, how to start with document preparation. Okay, so you conducted clinical trials, preclinical trials, you have all the results. Then company will reach to the RA expert. Okay, and then RA expert have to read these guidelines and prepare as per this ICS specification for submission to the regulatory authority. So if you see in this guideline, they have specified. For example, see here. Yeah. So when we prepare a document, when we prepare any file, okay. So the maximum length of the single folder should be of 64 characters. Okay. Folder name should be written in lower name. So all these small things are there, but we should follow. If we are not following, we get error in a validation and our application is rejected at that time only before reaching to this authority. This validation, if has an error, we can't submit to the authority. So to avoid this validation error, what we need to follow? We need to follow all this ECTD requirement. That is how we should write the folder name, what is the mm, limit of this character, like 64. See here, for example, suppose I'm submitting my data in a module 1. Okay, it should be renamed as a m1. Okay, then m2 suppose is there, so my folder name will be m2, and inside that module 2 I have this all documents in this section. Means introduction contains introduction to module 2 only. 2 3 contains quality oral summary. It is a non-clinical. Okay, so we have these files. Okay, we will prepare in a word file, convert it into PDF. Okay, and give the file names like this only, that is tutu intro, and this will be there inside the tutu intro folder. So we have to follow this. Okay, if you mm, what you call miss anything or not follow as per the ECTD template, definitely will get the validation error. Okay, so see, so you will prepare this document and your final structure will be like this. So this is the structure when we upload all the document inside the different ECTD tools. Example is, if you heard, there is one tool called as a Lawrence tool. So we will prepare our document. It has this structure. So my 2.2 document will go inside this folder only. 2.3 will go this folder only. Likewise for module 3 also. See, so module 3, these are the different types of document. Means uh, company will provide all the documents. So our expert job is to segregate as per this. Means we have to mention details regarding general information, that is name of the drug, manufacturer of the drug. So we will prepare a file 32S1 general information. Okay, and only the information related to drugs name and this will be there in this file. Then only the information related to manufacturer will be there in this. So this is related to drug substance 32S. Okay, all this information is drug substance. If you see here, it is a drug product 32P. Okay, again my all this information of drug product will be under this each section particular. My specification will go under this only. Okay, and the naming convention should be like this one. So this is preparation of document before filing. Then once we file, we have to we will prepare all these data in word file. Okay, then we will convert them into PDF, but that PDF has also some formats. Like see, PDF file should be no longer than 100 megabytes. Okay, it should have the fast web view access. Then the PDF version is should be 1.4. So when we join any organization or when we want to do ourselves also this type of dossier collation or dossier preparation, okay, we should have the Adobe Acrobat version. Okay, the license copy of Adobe Acrobat. So it has all these detail like version 1.4. Then it has some another, like we have to use Times New Roman font with uh, font size as a 12. Okay, then we have to use this type of bookmarks. Means authority has no time no to scroll each and every page and see. So we have to prepare our file like this, like bookmark. When we I click on appendix 1, it should be appendix 1 in a eye level view. Okay, when I click on this, it should be here. So likewise, we have to prepare document. Okay, and then once our this package is ready, yeah, and another is, yeah, see, our page size also. So for US, we have to use this letter size. Okay, so here is the page size. If you see, it is a letter size here. So if it is for another country, that is for example, it is a Europe, we have to choose for the A4. So there are in Adobe copy of license, we have the settings and we have to change this. So all this document preparation training will be given at organization level when we join any regulatory affairs firm. Okay, so I want to show just brief regarding how we can prepare the CTD document. That's why I just highlighted here the points and show you. Okay, so this is all about the ECTD documentation. Okay. So the next is when we prepare our all the documents, or it is called as a ECTD package. What is the next step? We have to upload in a different softwares. Okay. And then how we should reach to the authority, how we should submit our this ECTD package to the authority. So there is one gateway. Okay. So it is nothing but electronic submission gateway. Okay. So previously it was electronic submission gateway called as ESG. But from the last April, that is April 2025, they have just what you call upgraded their platform. Okay. And now it is electronic submission gateway next generation, or called as a ESG next generation. So it is a just a platform where we can upload our full package, that is whatever ECTD documents we created. Okay, we will upload in a software and generate one output it nothing but the simple your folder. Then we will zip it. It is called as a ECTD, that is electronic our output ECTD documents, and we will upload inside this what we call ESG next generation gateway, and it will reach to the authority center. That is this ESG not uh, when we go for ESG is nothing but like they will not review or something, but it will just gateway. We will upload here and it will reach to authorities particular department, that is CDER or CBR. It will reach to their department, and then the authority will send us acknowledgement that this company has received this type of submission, and then the review procedure will start. And if and next, if anything is missing, they will reach to us. Okay, if all clear, they will give us approval, and then we can enter in a market. So regarding this ESG, how we can start? So every company has to first register for this ESG. Okay, then when we register, we will get the particular login ID and password details. Okay, then when my full package is ready, okay, what we need to do is we need to log into this particular page. Okay, then when we log in, it will send, see here, the company, as per the company, each company has their own account. Then we will get one OTP on the registered email ID of company. When we provide this OTP and click on sign on, we will reach to their main home page. Okay, here there are different companies. So what we need to do is we need to choose our company. So there are drop downs. We have to choose our company. Okay, after choosing company, and the next window will come. So the new production submission. So we have to click this. Okay, when we click, we will reach to our local system. Okay, where we have saved our this folder. Then we have to select this. When we select, we will add this folder here, and then click on upload queue. Means our upload will start. When our upload is start, it will shows us. And during this upload and all, our internet connection should be stable. Okay, it should be stable, not interrupting. Okay, and have proper speed. Then when it upload is completing, here we will get notification that upload is completed. Once upload is completed, we have to click on okay and select the receiving center. Means suppose we are submitting our this package to the CDR, that is Center for Drug Evaluation and Research. If you are submitting for CBR, any vaccine sera related information, then you have to choose this center. So this receiving center is important. Okay, means if suppose while sending courier we choose the wrong address, it will never reach to the correct location, like that. So receiving center we should think clearly and appropriately we need to select. And then the submission type, that is if it is ECTD submission, it is needs submission, we have to select. Then the final one, we have to sign it and we will click on submit. Once you click on submit, our full package or all our data will reach to the USFDA's this center. Okay, once we will get we reach to the center. Okay, here in submission history we can see that this package is submitted to center on so date. Okay, and then if you click on here, you will get acknowledgement receipt. Okay, so we need to save this for our reference that also on date we have submitted this. So there are three types of receipt: one, two, three. Okay, so we will save this receipt, and after that, authority will start their reviewing process. Okay, so this is all about this EHG. That is how the our entire package or the entire documentation uh, is submitted to the authority portal. Then what is next? So we have submitted all this data, okay, and authority will approve, and our drug is reached in the USFDA market. Then also we have to monitor that our drug, okay, if any adverse effect are there, if something case studies are there, if drugs have some issues, that is packaging has some issues, okay, like that issues. And also if we are changing something, means we have filed drug on this date, but after some time we are changing its manufacturing site, suppose. Okay, also if suppose we are changing any manufacturer drug substance or drug product. Okay, if we are doing changes in the particular packaging. Okay, if you are changing something on that package, that is any direction, any warning, anything we are changing. If we are changing any instrumentation, means for example we are using particular ABC instrument for granulation, but as there are updates in market, we are using some more updated version of this granulation machine. Then all this information we have to first inform to the USFDA. Okay, and when USFDA agreed, gives us approval, then only we can implement in our means distribution, or we can implement and start our selling. Okay, so all these type of changes are called as a post approval changes. Then also we have to submit yearly a report called as an annual report, that all this detail regarding to drug. If any case you observed any market complaint, if you change something, but the minor updates are there, all we have to submit in a annual report also. So all these submissions, okay, are called as a variation. All these are called as a post approval changes. So there are different categories for these post approval changes also, like there are different application. So we have to submit the changes in different categories. So for example, see, so reporting categories. So there is one reporting category called as a major change, another is moderate change, and next one is a minor change. This moderate change is again divided into CBE 30 and CBE 0. That is supplement changes being effected in 30 days, and another is supplement changes being effected in CBE 0. Okay. So all these reporting category also mentioned in the one of the document called as a guidance document for changes to an approved NDA and ANDA. Okay, so before starting, or if you want to submit any change, you have to first see my change will fit under which category. If you chosen wrong, that is if the change comes to suppose moderate change, and you have filed under minor. Okay, so there is no use, or it will get fail. Again, authority will ask us to submit under correct category. So to refer correct category, we have to check first this guidance document. Okay, so we will see one by one. So what is major change? Okay, so when we are changing something or doing modification in the our approved drug, but it will harm significantly to this drugs quality, safety, purity. Okay, so that type of change belongs to major change. Okay, so we have to inform this authority and wait for its approval. Okay, uh, once authority review and get us give us approval, after that only we can start distributing that drug again in USFDA. So this type of major change is called as a prior approval supplement or called as a pass. Okay, which are the different examples of major change? Means, for example, suppose, as I mentioned, um, we are moving to different manufacturing site. Okay, yeah, we are moving, but this site has not what you call audited that audited previously. That is, GMP audit is not carried out. Okay, so what we need to do again? We have to carry that audit and all. So it is a long process. Okay, but you have to change this manufacturing site. That's why you need to do all these things. So it will take time also, and it will severely affect your drugs quality and purity and also the efficacy result. That's why we need to go under this pass or the major change. Then suppose we are replacing the equipment or any piece of equipment. Okay, so again it will our calibration, validation. Okay, all these things will be maybe vary or affects. Okay, that's why for this type of change we need to submit under the pass change. Okay, if suppose we are changing any container closure system also, we have to submit under this category. Okay, then the next comes is moderate change. Okay, so this post approval changes are also called as a variation. Okay, that's why I mentioned here as a variation also. Okay, so what is moderate change? So it has adverse effect on our drugs identity, strength, quality, but uh, less as compared to the major change. Okay, so this type of change again is divided into again two types called as a CBE 30 and CBE 0. Okay, so what do you mean by CBE 30? It means uh, if suppose we are changing something, this type of application or called as a supplement, we have to submit to the authority 30 days before the distribution in the market. Okay, and then we have to wait like if authority get approval or reject. Okay, for that we have to wait. And suppose there are chances even after distribution also authority asks us to cease or stop that change if something is missing or something is not under the guideline. Okay, so which are the examples? So for example, site change or different manufacturing site change for drug product or drug substance. Okay, so here see the difference, like we are changing this manufacturing site. Okay, but this the the new site has already the GMP status, means already audits and all conducted, already all this status is in place. Okay, and which is a valid. That's why we don't need to again do the GMP audit and all. Okay, that's why it will come under the moderate change. Okay, as we have seen that in major change we are changing this site, but there are no audit and all, the testing is not carried out. That's why that will be the major. Here it is in place, that's why it will come under the moderate change. Okay, then suppose we are changing the container closure system, means outside part only, external part only. Okay, means changes in the size or shape of the container for sterile drug substance. Okay, so changes in the shape or size does not affect mostly quality of drug. Okay, that's why it belongs to the moderate chain, and we have to file under this CBE 30. So while submitting, we have to mention this in the form. Okay, or the submission type as CBE 30. Then the next is a CBE 0, that is supplement changes being effected. So what is this? So when FDA receives this supplement, we can start our distribution of drugs simultaneously. Means there is no need to wait till FDA reviews and he gives us approval. Okay, as this type of changes not severely affect our drugs quality and safety. But if suppose we submitted this type of application, okay, and we have started distribution of our drug, but in between again FDA comes back and asks us like this is not as per guideline or something is missing, okay, and maybe there are chances they ask us to stop the distribution of that drug also, so that time we have to stop. Okay, but the main thing is for this type of application, so this type of the change, there is no need of wait. Okay, so which types are come under this? So suppose we are changing some final intermediate, so it is okay. Then if suppose we are changing any uh, desiccant used in the preparation, that is we are adding something new or deleting, so that time we can go for this CBE 0. Also if suppose there are any indication, okay, mentioned in the carton label or the packaging, okay, so we wanted to delete this, so when that time we can go for the CBA 0, which not have much effect on this product quality and safety. Okay, so if after review of this CBA 30 and 0 also, there are chances authority come back and ask us to seize also. Okay, so that time we have to stop as this change is disapproved by the authority. So for the interview purpose, okay, when we are answering, there are chances the interviewer may ask the what is difference between the CBA 0 and CBA 30. Also, what do you mean by the pass application? Okay, so that time we should mention all these details. Then next comes is the minor change, okay, or it is called as a annual report. These changes have no as such more effect on our drugs quality safety. Okay, so what we can do is we can submit when we can mention the change when we are submitting the annual reports. Okay, means for example, if suppose we are moving to different manufacturing site, but the for the secondary packaging, not for the primary packaging. Okay, so that time when we are going for our next annual report, we can mention the change. Okay, if suppose we are changing some ink printing of the solid doses from, so this is some minor change, so we can mention this type changes in only the annual report, and no need to submit again pass or the CBA 030 like that. Okay, so these all about the uh, post approval changes of our the already submitted drug. Then, so in overall summary of this FDA pathway, what we learn is, so first we have to do is preclinical research. Okay, means choosing of drug, choosing of animals for our drug, all these studies. Okay, then organization that is a sponsor and all these will come under this preclinical research. So when our preclinical research is done, we will go for submitting IND application. Okay, when IND application authority approves, we will start conducting of clinical trial. Okay, when clinical trial shows the positive result, we will go for the submitting either NDA or want then ANDA. Okay, then the FDA review and all inspection will be carried out, and authority will give final result, that is approved, disapproved. If disapproved, again if they ask for some documentation, we have to provide, and our drug uh, if suppose approved, we can sell in the USFDA market. Okay, and after that, uh, we have to monitor our drug in the market, called as a post marketing surveillance or the post marketing monitoring. Okay, so all these we steps we should follow when we are entering in the USFDA market, or when we want to register our drug in the USFDA market. So regarding, so this is all about USFDA pathway or the e-submission and our post-approval changes. So I just wanted to brief about when we are entering in the regulatory field. Okay, uh, or if suppose anyone um, start their career after our graduation, post-graduation in the regulatory affairs field, what are the different skills you should know? Okay, how you can enter. So we should have the proper communication skill, written and oral also. Okay. Then as we have to uh, what you call prepare number of document, and that should be as per the authority guideline or authority template. So we should have this communication skill, also the writing skill, also the reading, that is the thorough reading and the concentration, because the authorities guidelines are changing widely. Okay, so and the another thing is, for every time we need to go and search in the authority site, read the guideline, also understand the scientific data clearly. Okay, then and then only you can give uh, what you call advice or your expertise to the client, that is applicant or the pharma company. So you should grasp this new concept or the scientific data quickly. You should have the reading, uh, liking of reading or thorough reading. Okay, then you should be attentive every time. Okay, because when authority gives you uh, like this is missing, or you have to change this test like that way, or the limits are not matching. Okay, so every minor change we have to watch and edit and tell carefully to the applicant also. Okay, and another is the time management. That is, we have certain deadlines. Means suppose we are changing some variation or this post approval change. Okay, so authority will specify that you should submit under this time, that is 1 month period, sometimes 15 days. Okay, you have submitted one application and you got RFI. Okay, that is some another information authority is asking. Okay, so that time they will ask us to submit in 15 days only. Okay, or 30 days only. So you have to manage this time. That is, you need document first from the companies. Okay, so company has to first test or anything change. So that time we should manage. And then you will prepare in particular ECTD format. Then you will upload this in a tool and something like that. And during that time, there are chances you have your another work also. That is, for one company you are working on this RFI. Okay, for another company you are submitting initial dossier also. Okay, so what the skill is required is proper time management. Okay, then another term is team working skill. That is, during this course, okay, or this regulatory, we have to deal with another teams also. Like there will be separate medical team. Okay, there will be some QA/QC team. Okay, also the your third party manufacturers are there. Then your applicants, that is companies, are there. So you have to wait. Then you have to deal with them. Okay, and manage the time also. So also you have to work with your colleagues also. So that's why you need the team working skill also. And the basic thing is the computer, that is the basic things, that is Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel. Okay, the typing skill. Okay, so all this information we should have. Okay, and once we have this all, we can learn easily. We will get training and we can acquire this all the knowledge and enter in the regulatory field nicely. And I suggest it is a wonderful field. Okay, um, here there are different teams. So you have the social gathering also, like you will meet different people, different what you call different sectors. Like if suppose you are working in India, okay, you may deal with the persons from the US, Canada, like that also. Okay, so enjoy communication also. Also you will improve your teamwork. Okay, and there are multiple tasks you will do simultaneously. Okay, and another thing is the preparation of document, this learning, checking of the guidelines. Okay, when you understand, when you have a concentration, okay, you will enjoy working in this regulatory affairs department. Okay, so it is one of the good department to start your career in this. Okay, so this is all about from my side regarding USFDA filing procedures. Okay, so anyone has any questions? If we want to discuss anything, we can discuss.
Thank you, Sucheta ma'am, for insightful and engaging session. We truly appreciate the time and knowledge you shared with us today. Now, I would like to open the forum for question and answer. Audience, please, you have any question, then please post it in chat box or raise your hand. I'll be taking questions on your behalf. Students, please post your questions if you have any question. Faculty, if you are having any question.
Hello, ma'am. I have one question.
Yeah,
May I
yes,
audible?
please. Yes, yes.
Uh, what is the major challenge
Yes,
industry
ma'am.
faced during the ESG submission to the USFDA?
Okay. So mostly suppose if we are missing something, no, we will get error in validation or sometime during EIG validation. There are chances during our what you call deadline date. Okay. There is a update from this EIG. This EIG site is what you call in that updating period. Okay. It will not available from this to this time, like that. There are chances sometimes we will get this receipt acknowledgement 1, acknowledgement 2 we will get. Okay, the but third receipt is the main acknowledgement 3. That is, in that receipt we will just understand that our submission is successfully submitted to the particular department. From first and second receipt we can't understand anything. Okay, means we will just let us know like that our submission is submitted, but we need to wait for the third receipt. And until and unless we will not get third receipt, we are not sure our submission is successfully submitted to the authority or not. Okay, so sometimes there is a delay in getting this receipt also. And the another thing is during that our deadline time, if suppose authority portal is not working, then there will be the harm. Like we have to inform then again client, okay, we will miss deadline. Like that, we will face the issues.
Thank you, ma'am.
We have one question in chat. Anushka Mandala is asking, students don't have access to real ESG portal on publishing software. How can freshers practically understand this submission process to become industry ready? So, ma'am, I would like to request to share your insights on this.
Yeah, no. Means no one can uh, access this ESG portal unless and enter a company. Okay, we need to first register and all. Okay, and also the publishing software also. So in YouTube, okay, and in Google, you will get just idea like different software used. Then how we can use this. But currently there are different trainings or the course also, okay, short course, if you heard, like 3 months course, 2 months course. So they will also give the your theoretical knowledge also, but you will learn before that. You are after your graduation completion, you can join that type of course also. And when you actually join the particular company, that time only you will access your softwares and the portals also. Unless and until, it is difficult.
Thank you.
Even if you want, yeah, that cost of that publishing software and all, it is also too much. Means आपण ते घेऊ नाही शकत. Even Adobe license copy हे आपण जर घ्यायचं म्हटलं तर it's not possible. So you can just learn, but to access it is not possible unless and until तुम्ही एखादी रेग्युलेटरी फर्म जॉईन करता आणि कोर्स जर जॉईन केला, ओके, बिकॉज द फीज अँड ऑल आजकाल खूप आहेत इच कोर्सच्या. 3 महिन्याचा कोर्स, 6 महिन्याचा कोर्स, ओके. कोर्स आपल्या नॉलेजसाठी आपण करू शकतो, बिकॉज कधी लर्न करणं वेस्ट जात नाही, कधी नाही जात कुठली गोष्ट लर्न करणं. तर तुम्हाला जस्ट एक नॉलेज येईल रेग्युलेटरीचं की काय या कोर्समधून. बट एक्झॅक्टली तुम्ही कोणतीही कंपनी जेव्हा जॉईन करता, सो कंपनी ती काय प्रोसेस फॉलो करते, कुठलं टूल वापरते, कसं तुम्हाला स्टेप बाय जायचं ते तुम्ही कंपनीत गेल्यानंतरच तुम्हाला त्याचं प्रॉपर ट्रेनिंग दिलं जाईल. तुम्ही लर्न करू शकता.
Okay. Okay. Ma'am, we have next question in chat. That's the different format for ECTD.
हो, ऍक्च्युली सीटीडी हॅज डिफरंट टाइप्स, लाईक म्हणजे तुमचं ईसीटी फॉर्मॅट असं काही नाही. तो ईसीटीडीचा एक टाईपच आहे. तो तुम्ही डॉक्युमेंटेशन सॉफ्टवेअर मध्ये अपलोड करून सबमिट करणार, हेच ईसीटीडी स्ट्रक्चर आहे. हा, तुमच्या ह्याचे नीज सबमिशनचे टाईप आहेत दुसरे, जसं की ईसीटीडी करू शकतो आपण, की जे सॉफ्टवेअर मधून करणार. दुसरं असतं नीज, ओके, की जे तुम्ही पेपर मध्ये रेडी करणार, पण ते सॉफ्टवेअर मध्ये आपण अपलोड नाही करत. आपण फोल्डर फॉर्मॅट मध्ये डॉक्युमेंटेशन प्रिपेअर करतो आणि ऑथॉरिटीला सबमिट करतो. ते नीज काही ज्या आपल्या सेमी रेग्युलेटेड कंट्रीज आहेत त्या आजकाल नीज मध्ये करतात, पण मोस्टली सगळीकडे आता ईसीटीडी इट इज अ मॅन्डेटरी. ओके, देन नेक्स्ट इज
Yes, ma'am. Next question is with RCH M4QR is coming. What changes should we expect in dossier structure?
Yeah, yeah, that I am also currently not sure in dossier structure what will be there. Yeah. So currently another version of ECTD is coming, ECTD 4. Okay. So त्याच्यामध्ये फक्त आपण USFDA ला काय म्हणतो आपण, एक STF जनरेट करतो फाईल मॉड्यूल 5 साठी, ती नसणार आहे. सो दॅट इज अपडेट. बट रिगार्डिंग दॅट युअर ICH, I am also not sure at the moment.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your valuable insights. Thank you, everyone, for your questions and active participation. Moving further, I would like to request all participants web cameras so that we can capture the attendance.
Yeah, one question is there, like which ECTD software is best practice on for student. So currently मार्केटमध्ये भरपूर आहे सॉफ्टवेअर, बट मोस्टली कंपनीमध्ये यूज केलं जातं ते आहे लॉरेन्स सॉफ्टवेअर. लॉरेन्सचं. ओके. सो
Okay.
तुम्ही सिम्पली किंवा YouTubeमध्ये सुद्धा डिफरंट व्हिडिओ आहेत. लॉरेन्स सॉफ्टवेअर आणि मोस्टली तुम्ही कुठल्या कंपनीत जर जॉइन केला, सपोज आफ्टर युअर ग्रॅज्युएशन ऑर एम-फार्म, पोस्ट ग्रॅज्युएशन. ओके. तुम्हाला लर्न करायचं आहे. तुमच्या कंपनीमध्ये जर लॉरेन्स डॉक्युब्रिज हे सॉफ्टवेअर आहे. सो मी आय सजेस्ट करेन, की तुम्ही 1-2 वर्ष थांबलं पाहिजे. ओके. सो मी ते पूर्ण टूल शिकलं पाहिजे. कारण त्या एक्सपिरियन्सवरती तुम्हाला नेक्स्ट जॉब जो आहे, तो खूप चांगला मिळेल. कारण मार्केटमध्ये सध्या लॉरेन्स डॉक्युब्रिज हे जे सॉफ्टवेअर आहे, ते खूप चांगलं चाललेलं आहे. आणि अदर्स आर लाइक इनसाइट्स पब्लिशर सॉफ्टवेअर आर देअर. देन ई-सी-टी-डी एक्सप्रेस इज देअर. ओके. बट मोस्टली वाइडली यूज्ड इट इज दिस वन लॉरेन्स डॉक्युब्रिज. अँड त्याच्यावर जर सॉफ्टवेअरला एकदा तुम्ही स्टार्ट केलं शिकायला, तर तुम्ही एन्जॉय करू शकता. जर तुम्ही इंटरेस्टफुली केलं तर. ओके. सो जेव्हा कधी आफ्टर डिग्री ग्रॅज्युएशन तुम्ही जॉइन करता, असे काही सॉफ्टवेअर तुम्हाला शिकायला मिळाले किंवा कधी-कधी आपल्याला दुसऱ्या क्लायंटला टाकलं जातं. ओके. डिपार्टमेंट चेंज किंवा क्लायंट चेंज. तिथे समजा तुम्हाला हे सॉफ्टवेअर शिकायला मिळत असेल, तर मी सजेस्ट करेन की तुम्ही अवश्य तिथे जा, म्हणजे ती अपॉर्च्युनिटी सोडू नका. जसं की लॉरेन्स डॉक्युमेंट सॉफ्टवेअर. या.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your valuable insight. Now, I would like to request organization to take a uh, ca- capture the moment, attend. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for sharing the e-certificate for our speaker on this virtual platform. And thank you, ma'am, for valuable insight. Now, moving further toward the conclusion, I would like to present vote of thanks on the behalf of entire team. I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our speaker for delivering such a valuable session. I would like to thank all the participants for joining us and making this session interactive and successful. Lastly, I request participants to kindly fill out the feedback form and attend the quiz. Link has been shared with you all on the WhatsApp group and on the chat box. Now, I request everyone to kindly start your web cameras for a group photo. Once again, thank you, ma'am, and thank you all. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.